Hello friends, welcome to Mysterious Stories. Friends, in June 1950, North Korea attacked South Korea with the help of China and the Soviet Union. They captured a large part of South Korea. On the other hand, America had an army of 16 countries. This army was formed to help South Korea. The commander of this army was General Douglas MacArthur. He served as an American soldier. The Korean War is another name for this conflict. This conflict began on June 25, 1950. China and the Soviet Union conquered North Korea. The United States and a few other nations supported South Korea, and the unions were on the side of the country. The American army and its allies began attempting to drive North Korean troops out of South Korea. Friends, China and North Korea are separated by a river. The Yellow River is its name. It also serves as a boundary between North Korea and China. The North Korean army was forced to retreat as the American army successfully delivered its plan to move North Korean soldiers over the river to China. The American army and its allies believed that the war was finished and that the North Korean soldiers had finally left, but at the same time, 120,000 Chinese soldiers began to invade Korea in order to support North Korea. This occurred on November 27, 1950. Friends, this fight is also known as the Fight of Chosin Reservoir since the location where these two armies were located is known as the Chosin Reservoir area. America and its allies. Friends, the American force was quite small, with 30,000 men, and they were up against thousands of Chinese warriors. They were under fire from Chinese forces on all sides. One by one, the troops of America and its allies were losing their lives. This was what they anticipated. The weather there was extremely cold, with the temperature dropping to 0 degrees Celsius, but pals, then the weather there started to turn extremely cold, with the temperature abruptly dropping to 40 degrees Celsius. They had not anticipated that thousands of Chinese troops would assault them in this manner. The soldiers, who had previously thought they had won the fight, began to struggle in the cold as well since their shoes and clothing could not withstand the extreme cold. All of this is now taking place, whether it is the Chinese military or the American army and its allies. People were enduring this extreme cold, and the weather got so cold that even the soldiers' firearms began to freeze, as well as their food and drink. These troops would lie down in whatever garments they had, but it was still incredibly cold. These troops began to lose their lives due to snowfall and cold weather. One by one, soldiers from both armies were losing their lives. Friends, America and its allies still recall this extraordinary scene that was witnessed here. General Louis Chesty was one of the army's leaders. He was traveling through an area with his troops when he noticed over 100 Chinese soldiers. These troops, friends, were unable to move or talk due to the extreme cold. The cold has frozen them. They seemed to be a frozen corpse. Someone was sitting there, stuck in this position, and someone was holding a rifle. While many troops perished in the bitter cold, some men did not suffer from the same conditions. Friends, even now, people remember the Battle of Chosin Reservoir and those 17 days, which took place during such a harsh winter that it lasted for 17 days, from November 27, 1950, to December 13, 1950. On this statement, a movie was also produced in China in 2021. The Battle at Lake Changjin was China's most costly film to date. Despite having a $200 million budget, the movie made $13 million globally. It is China's highest grossing film to date.